Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on March 27, 2018. It's 2:02 a.m. Birmingham. Topic, may as well wrap it up, the zombie era. But I'm going from the zombie area into some more, and so hang in there with me. And I left off when we're talking about we have the power to rebuke these things through Jesus who is in us. And but those of us who are aware, remember, watch, listen, you know who they are. We have been warned. Those who are uninformed simply do not believe. Those who hear it, know it, watch the movies, they don't believe that's going to happen. They think it's entertainment. It's far from entertainment. It's deadly. The government cannot stop it because the government, they're also not informed. They don't believe it. If they don't believe it, what can they do? Blame it on the guns. That's what they do. Nothing more. They don't talk about it either. Then you have the take-ins. That's trafficking of humans, mainly women. They do horrible things to them. And these are evil people doing it. And a lot of people that takes women or girls, they're possessed. They love to enter into a person so that they can feel what a person feels. Their desire, which they are the disembodied spirits of the falling Nephilim. That's all they are. And it's their desire to try to feel like human. But yet, when they get into human, they're just mean. Purely mean. They are not eligible for resurrection. And they know that. You have countries who pray to evil religions, such as Islam. Look at India. They have millions of different gods. It's evil, false religions. We have witches, men and women, both. Baal, the altar, has been destroyed by Trump, by doing away with abortion, but they still carry on the practice in their private homes or private meeting places, and most often are in churches of all the places. The killing and eating of children and people continues in every city, in every country on this planet. That happens every city, every town on this entire planet. That happens. Here's an example. There was 10,000 young girls for over a 30 period time in the town, or maybe county, of Epsom, Epsom Hills in Surrey, UK, England. Epsom Hills, look it up on Google Earth and see that it's not a big town. But yet 10,000 young girls were taken, used in horrible ways, And the whole town knew it. Police department knew it. And for over 30 years, no one stopped it. Until recently. This is a recent report. Until recently, about a month ago. My point on all this is leading to very specific, we're coming down a narrow corridor. It's dismantling of Americans from within. Prophecy update, March 25, 2018. 2 people were brought into the White House. And I am very sorry I didn't write down the name of the second one, but one of them is Bolton, I think John Bolton. They love Israel. And that makes Iran afraid of these 2 men. This is the playbook that begins fully when the rapture occurs. Let me give you something else, and I'm sure you will understand why I'm going here and who I'm talking about. Saul Alinsky. You've heard of that name, Saul Alinsky. He wrote a book, Ruse for Radicals, dedicated to Lucifer as the number one or the first radical. When I say radical, I'm talking about radical Islam, radical evil, just radical. But Saul Alinsky wrote that book, and it has become a top seller. I'm going to give you the ruse, what it takes to become radicalized and to be, well, bring your own self down, but also for whole countries. The first rule is make sure that you will become a social state. This is what the liberal media, Democrats, the swamp, the Republicans on the left are trying to do today as we speak. And you know that. They're stopping Trump at every move he makes. They're the swamp. They're the dark government. They're the hidden government. Because we are a threat to them. All this I just went through. It's going to explain after the restrainer has left. You will see all these things really come together quickly. After the church leaves, all hell breaks loose. Now, Saul Alinsky, here are his 8 steps to become radical social state. Remember, it's a New World Order. That's Agenda 21. 8 levels of control for a social state, perfect for the Antichrist to step right in as the one-world government and take over. But he's been blocked today. He's been shut out today. He can't do anything today. Why? Because God gave us Donald Trump. Donald Trump is that burr under the saddle. Donald Trump is in their way, and they cannot progress forward until God actually removes Donald Trump. So he stands in their way. They cannot move. They cannot come forward. They cannot initiate the ending of their program. 8 levels. Number 1, control health care. Have you heard that? Number 2, increase poverty. Look at California today. Look at Los Angeles. Increase poverty. Look at LA. Number 3, debt. Get further in debt. And what did we just do? We went 1.3 trillion in debt. Number 4, gun control. You just saw that march on the weekend. And it was students, put on by students, led and organized by students that have been fed a line of lies to get them to do this. Number 5, increase welfare. Well, those where the poverty were increased and you increase welfare, but like California, they ran out of the money. What did that get them? A whole lot of trouble. It's going to take a major, major effort to get them out. But I'm going to tell you the truth. We'll be gone before that time comes. It's going to only get worse in California. I think most other states will not allow it because you need to stop it when it begins. So that was number 5, increase welfare. Number 6, control education. Well, we see a number of these things. Increased poverty has started. Debt has started. The health care started by Obama. Increased welfare, that's been ongoing. Control education. Common Core BS, but it's been happening. Number 7, remove God. Well, with all these steps, you see God being removed. And number 8, class warfare. What is class warfare? Guess. Time's up. It is what you're seeing today in our country with all those who are fighting against Donald Trump to change America. That's class warfare. Guys, we just ran the gambit on where we are today, and it's only getting worse. And class warfare, like I said, in the night, you see all these red lights shining brightly that stinks. That's class warfare. That is our liberal media. That is our Democrat left. That's even the Republican left. And that's the hidden government. And they all put together, and it's called the swamp. That's where we are today. All these steps are underway as we speak. And this is why a lot of people believe that this coming Passover may be our time to go. I am ready to leave. Are you ready? What if you wake up Sunday morning or Monday morning and everybody's gone? It's going to be a very bad day. It's going to last for 7 years. And according, if you receive Christ, you'll get out of it probably dead, but you'll end up in paradise. If you don't receive Christ, then you're going to live a living hell 7 years, and then it's going to get much worse the next 1,000 years. and then eternity, separated from God eternally, forever. That's worse than any punishment anyone could receive. You can never call upon God again, ever. Please do not let that day pass, because it may be upon us right now, right real soon. May 15th, I keep coming up with different days, but the biblical days are 360 days per year, and ours 365. And there could be a number of days, 35 days between the two. Guys, please think about that. It's getting much, much worse. The pain and the suffering is going to increase 1,000 times. Jody Wolf, Expoz.